Good afternoon, students. Welcome to today's tele-education class. So students, today we are going to learn about WH question. Okay. So let us look at some question words now. Okay. So here there are three columns, WH words, helping verbs, modal verbs. Okay. So let's see. So what, where, when, why, who, whom, whose, which, and how. Okay, so these are some question words. Now let us look at these helping verbs. So helping verbs is, was, have, has. Okay, so with what, with the question word what, we can use these helping verbs. Then do, are, is, does, where. So with the question word where, we can use these helping verbs. Then is, are, were, did. So with the question word when, we can use these helping verbs. Will, would, should. Okay, so with the question word why, we can use these helping verbs. Now will, would, can, shall, should. So with the question word who, we can use these helping verbs. Shall, will, should. Okay, so with the question word whom, we can use these helping verbs. Then would, is, are. So with the question word whose, we can use these helping verbs. Then would, will, can, could. So with the question word which, we can use these helping verbs. Then can, will, could, would, should. Okay, so with the question word how, we can use these helping verbs. Now, okay, so okay, students, so there is a question for you all. So all of you take out your clicker devices and answer the question. Okay, so fill in the blanks with the appropriate auxiliary. Where does you last night? So in the options we have was, will, where, would. Okay, so you have to answer which helping verb will be appropriate for the blank. Okay, so I'm giving you all 30 seconds. Okay, students, your time is up and the correct answer here is where were you last night? That is option C. Okay, so now let us move on to the next part. Okay, so we have seen the question WH question words and helping verbs. Now let us look at modal verbs. Okay, so for the first question word what, we can use modal verbs as should, shall, and can, isn't it? Okay, then will or shall and should. Okay, with where we can use this. Can, could, will, should can be used with when. Then will, would, should can be used with why. Will, would, can, shall, should. So these can be used with who. Shall, will, should. Okay, so these can be used with whom. Would, is, are. So these can be used with whose. Would, will, can, should. So these can be used with which. Can, will, could, would, should. So these can be used with how. Okay. So in this way we can use helping verbs and modal verbs with these question words. Okay. So now I have another question for you also. All of you take out your clicker devices. Okay. So fill in the blanks with appropriate modal verb. Okay. So when does I meet you? So we have four options: am, should, where, and where. Okay, so which one will be the correct answer? You have to answer it. Okay, so where and where, one is in capital letter, one is in small letter. Okay, so now I'm giving you 30 seconds to answer this. Okay, students, your time is up. And the correct answer here is, when should I meet you? Okay, so now let us move on to the next part. So now look at the question word what. Okay, so we'll look at the characteristics of question word what. So when is what used? Asking for information. Okay, so example, what is your name? What is your age? What do you do? What does your father do? What time does the train arrive? What time does the bus leave? Okay, so these are questions using the question word what. Then these are the what? Yes, these are the verbs. Okay, so these are the verbs used, helping verbs used. Okay, so next, asking for opinion. Let's look at examples. What do you think about it? What is your opinion about retirement age for politicians? What? Okay, so here do and is are the helping verbs. Now, asking for repetition or confirmation. What? What? Can you repeat that again? We normally use the word pardon when we want someone to repeat what they told. So what? Can. Okay, so can is a modal verb. Then next, what for? To know the reason. Okay, what for is used to know the reason. So what made you do that? What for have you come here? So here question word is what? Made, have. Okay. Then when. Okay. Now when. To know about the time of happening of an action. Okay. Like we ask questions using when, isn't it? When is when are you going there? When are you coming? Yes. So to know about the time of happening an action. So we use when to ask about what? The time of happening of an action. When something is going to happen. Okay. So when were you born? When is your birthday? When are you coming to Bangalore? When did India get independence? So here we are using the question word when. Then we are using these verbs where, is, are and did. So to know about the exact time or day. Okay. When will the movie start? So to know about exact time. When is Ramjan festival? To know about the day. So even though it refers to time, we use what because we are asking for information. Okay. Okay. So when. Will and is. Next, to ask about a time period, duration. When did Ashoka rule? So, to ask about a duration, when did that happen? When did Alexander rule? Okay, so to know about a time period. So, when did? Okay, so here I have a question for you all. All of you take out your clicker devices. Okay, so the question is, fill in the blanks with appropriate option. Dash is the name of your school. So we have four options here, what, when, which and where. Okay, so I'm giving you all 30 seconds to answer this question. Okay, students, your time is up and the correct answer here is option A, what? What is the name of your school? So now where, okay? So how are we going to ask questions with where, and let us look at the characteristic before that. So to ask about place, okay? So when we are when we ask about a place, okay? So where is the Taj Mahal, okay? Where are you going? Okay, where is she going? Okay, so to ask about the place. So where do you live? Where do you work? Where are you planning to go during summer holidays? Where is the post office? Where does the bus come from? Where does this bus go? Okay, so here we have question words. Where? Okay, now do, are, is, does. Okay, so these are helping verbs. Next, to ask about the position, placement of a thing. Okay. So let us see now. Let us look at the image. So table, ball, floor. Okay. So where is the ball? So where is the ball? Obviously the ball is on the table, isn't it? So where? Okay, so we want to ask a question about the placement of a thing. So we are using where. Is. It is on the table. Okay. Then now let us see, where is the ball? Where is? It is in my hand. Next, position. Okay. So look at the image. Where do you sit in your class? Where do you sit in your class? Where do? So we have to answer, I sit next to Shalini. Okay, I sit next to Shalini. I sit in front of Rahul. I sit in the front row. Who and whom now? Okay, so who and whom, how are we going to use this? So who asking for a person. Okay, so who is he? We say, who is her parents? Sorry, who are her parents? Who is her father? Who is her mother? Okay, so asking for a person. See, let us look at this image. Who do you want to meet? Okay, so these men and women, they're asking this girl, who do you want to meet? So here we have who. Do. Next, let us see. Here, can you all see the image? Yes. Who is your best friend? So here we have who again. Is. Next, whom, asking about people. So let us look at the picture here. Then let's see. Whom did you ask for the address? Whom did you ask for the address? Whom? Did. Okay. So here I have another question for you all. All of you take out your clicker devices. Okay. So now let us look at the question. So fill in the blank with appropriate option. Okay. Fill in the blank with appropriate option. Dash is your favorite actor. Okay. Dash is your favorite actor. So option A, what? Option B, when? Option C, which? Option D, who? Okay. So I'm giving you all 30 seconds to answer this question. Okay, students, your time is up. And the correct answer here is, who is your favorite actor? Okay, so now let us move on to the next part. So whose? Okay, so here we have whose, asking about ownership. Okay, so let's see. What can you all see in the image? Yes, there's a pen. So whose pen is this? Okay, like we ask, whose bottle is this? Whose pen is this? Whose pencil is this? Okay, so we use whose to ask about ownership. Whose is. Whose bag is this? Here also we have whose is. Why? Asking for reason. So let us look at the image. What can you see? Yes, there's a jeep, isn't it? So why did you buy this car? So why? Okay, to ask about reason. This. Next, let us look at this girl. Why are you late to school? Okay, so the teacher is asking the reason. Why? Are. So which? Next. When the number of choices is limited, which is your favorite song from these two? We have got small and large eggs. Which will you have? Which is. Can be used in questions about people's identity. Okay, which can also be used to ask about people's identity. Which is your boy? The one in blue shirt? Which are your pants? which is are. Now how, okay, how. Asking about the process. So how do we do something, okay? Now let us look at this. Can you all see? Yes, so that's a machine, isn't it? So how does this work? Okay, so when we ask how this machine works, okay, so when we use how. How helping verb does. Then what can you see here? A fan, isn't it? How does the fan rotate? So how does the fan rotate? Here also we have how does. Okay, asking about condition or quality. So what can you see in the image? Yes, a mother and her daughter, isn't it? So how is your health? So asking about the condition of something. How is? Again, Mummy, how does it taste? So the kid is asking, Mummy, how does it taste? How does. Then let us look at this. How is my drawing? Here also we have how is. So how far? How can we use how far in a sentence? Asking about distance, okay? So when we ask about distance, we use how far. How far is your house? Yes? So here we have how far is. How far is Nagaon from Guwahati? Is. Okay, how long? Asking about length. So it's a road. So let's see how long will it take us to reach the city? Time. So how long will it take us to reach the city? How will. Next, again, how long is the train? How is. How many? To ask about numbers or quantity. So let's see. How many people were there for the rally? How? Where? How much? To ask about quantity, uncountable. Okay, so to ask about uncountable quantity. So let's see. How much petrol is left in the lorry? How much is? Okay, so students, I have another question for you. All of you take out your clicker devices. Okay, the question is fill in the blanks with appropriate option. As many pens are there in the table? Why, which, how, where? Okay, so I'm giving you all 30 seconds to answer this question. Okay, students, your time is up and the correct answer here is option C, that is how. Okay, so now let's look at the summary of today's class. So what did we learn today? What, when, where, why, who, whom, which, whose, how. So these are all WH word, question words, isn't it? So takes help of helping verbs is, was, are, were, have, has, etc. Okay. So a question word takes the help of helping verbs. Next, and model verbs. Okay. So WH question words has to take the help of helping verbs or model verbs. Okay. So model verbs like will or shall, would, can, could, must, etc. to form WH questions. So WH questions, examples. What is your name? Where are the children? When will they reach? When, where, what? Isn't it? Is, are, will. So these are what? Some question words that we have learned about today. Okay. So we'll meet again in the next class. Thank you and have a nice day. Good afternoon, students. Welcome to today's tele-education class. So, students, today we are going to learn about the topic adjectives, isn't it? Okay. So, what can you all see here, students? Yes, it's a car, isn't it? So, this is a car, right? Okay. So, this is a red car. So, what car is this? It's a red car. So here we have the word red. Yes. So the word red is talking about what? Yes, the car. Now, so what can you all see now? Yes, it's a cat. So the cat is waiting for food. The hungry cat is waiting for food. So here we have an extra word that is hungry. Now, these are flowers. These are beautiful flowers. Yes, so here also there is an extra word that is beautiful. Beautiful flowers. So this is a red car. Car, red. The hungry cat is waiting for food. Cat, hungry. These are beautiful flowers. Flowers, beautiful. Okay. So red, hungry, beautiful. These are what? Modifiers or describing words. Okay. So why modifiers or describing words? Since it is, these words are describing the word just after them, isn't it? Like red is describing car, hungry is describing cat, beautiful is describing flowers. So adjectives. So all these describing words are known as adjectives. Okay. So students, here I have a question for you all. So all of you take out your clicker devices. So which is the adjective in the following sentence? Pretty flowers bloomed in the garden. Okay. So I'm giving you all 30 seconds. We have 4 options: flowers, garden, pretty, bloom. So 30 seconds to answer this question. Okay, students, your time is up, and the correct answer here is option C, that is pretty. Okay, next let us see what we have. Okay, so here we can see a family, isn't it? Let's see. Hey kids, it's Sunday, let's go to the zoo. Okay, so they are planning to go to the zoo. What is a zoo? Zoo is a place where different types of animals and birds are kept. Why are they kept in zoo? To protect them and also to educate people about them. Oh, is it? We are curious. Okay, now, Daddy, how am I looking? You are looking pretty. How about me? You are looking handsome. The house is attractive. So here we have the word attractive. Attractive. So what do you see in the picture? Yes, there's a baby, isn't it? The baby looks cute. So here we have cute. So what can you all see here? Yes, there's a car. It's a gorgeous car. So we have gorgeous. Then here we have a man, isn't it? He's skinny. He's a very skinny person. So skinny. Next, what can you all see in the picture? Yes, there is a dog. A dirty dog. Here we have dirty. Now, it's a dark night. So what kind of night? Yes, dark night. Okay, now let us see. So kids, you should behave well and have to be very careful here. Okay, because they are at the zoo. Elephant. Okay, so he saw an elephant. Elephant is tall. So elephant is what? Tall. Elephant is fat too. The girl said that elephant is fat too. Kids, you should behave well and have to be very careful here. Well, elephant. Elephant is tall. So here we have the word tall. Elephant is fat too. So here we have the word fat. So haha, yes, elephant is a huge animal. So here we have huge. Tall, fat and huge. Okay. So these are some words which are describing the animal elephant, isn't it? So elephant is tall, elephant is fat and it is huge too, isn't it? So these words are describing the elephant. So physical appearance or size, okay. So all these words explains physical appearance or size. So how does the elephant look? He is fat, he is tall. Yes, okay. So now I have a question for you all. So all of you take out your clicker devices. Okay. So identify the adjective in the sentence. She is a beautiful girl from the options given below. So here we have 4 options. She, beautiful girl, is. Okay. So I am giving you all 40 seconds to answer this. Okay, students, your time is up and the correct answer here is beautiful. Okay, so now let us move on to the next part. So there is a small pond here. Okay, so the girl is saying that. Okay. So what can you all see here? Yes, the crane is what? Catching fish. They're catching fish. There are tiny fish in the pond. Okay, the boy is saying there are tiny fish in the pond. Look, Daddy, what is that lying there? It's a crocodile. Okay, so he has seen a crocodile. See, the crocodile is lying on the ground. Look at its big mouth and large teeth. It's scary. So there is a small pond here. So we have the word small here. There are tiny fish in the pond. So we have tiny. Look, Daddy, what is that lying there? It's a crocodile. Look at its big mouth and large teeth. So here we have big and large. Then it's scary. Here we have scary. So small, tiny, big, large. Okay, so these are again some words, some adjectives which are describing the crocodile, isn't it? Okay, so now physical appearance and size. Okay, again these words are talking about physical appearance and size. So here I have another question for you all students. Okay, so let us look at the question. So which of the following adjectives expresses physical appearance? Okay, so Intelligent, loving, clever, attractive. Okay, so I'm giving you all 40 seconds to answer this question. Okay, students, your time is up and the correct answer here is attractive. Okay, so now let us move on to the next part of the topic. Okay, so let's look at the conversation. So what can you all see in the image? Yes, there's a monkey, right? Look at the monkeys here. The black-faced monkey seems to be mischievous. He is a loving person. Loving. Okay, loving. Okay, now see. Ram is kind-hearted. So here we have kind-hearted. Soldiers are brave. Here we have brave. A clever move. So what move? Yes, clever move. Kids are naughty. So here we have naughty. So loving, kind, brave, clever, naughty. Okay. So these are again some adjective words. So students, I have a question for you all. All of you take out your clicker devices. Okay. Identify the adjectives in the following sentence. They grew up in a comfortable house. Grew up, comfortable house, they. Okay. So which one is an adjective from here? Okay. So you have to choose. So I'm giving you all 40 seconds to answer this question. Okay, students, your time is up. And the correct answer here is option B, that is comfortable. Okay, now let us move on to the next part. Be far from these cages. So what is there in the cages? Yes, there are tigers. So the dad is warning them that be far from the cages. Why, daddy? There is a ferocious tiger inside the cage. I asked you to keep some distance. You are a nitwit. A white tiger. Oh my God, look at its powerful paws. Is it an Indian breed? No, it's a Siberian tiger. So be far from these cages. Why, daddy? There is a ferocious tiger inside the cage. So here we have ferocious. I asked you to keep some distance. You are a nitwit. So here we have nitwit. A white tiger. Here we have white. Oh my God, look at its powerful paws. So here we have powerful. Is it an Indian breed? So here we have Indian. No, it's a Siberian tiger. Here we have Siberian. Okay, so powerful, Indian, Siberian, ferocious, nitwit. Okay, so these are again some adjectives of quality. Okay, so what type of, like if we ask, so like powerful tiger, Indian tiger, Siberian tiger, ferocious animal, nitwit. Okay, so these are some adjectives which talks about the quality of a person or a thing. Okay. So here I have another question for you all. All of you take out your clicker devices. Okay, so now let's see. It was a nice day out. It was totally a new experience. It was good to learn without a classroom. Okay, so here we have nice. It was totally a new experience. So here we have new. It was good to learn without a classroom. Good. Okay. So nice, new, good. Again, these are adjectives of quality. Okay. So adjectives of quality. Now let's look at this. I am wearing a new dress. A new dress. Okay, so new is an adjective. So let's look at this. It's a nice place. So what type of place? Yes, nice place. So nice. I am with a good company. So what type of company? Yes, good company. So identify the adjectives in the given sentences. Since it's a hot day, Payal is carrying a white umbrella. So the girl in the image is carrying a white umbrella. So here the adjective is hot and white. Then image, yes, there are some chocolates. So Swiss chocolates are famous all over the world. So which is the adjective here? Very good, Swiss. Okay, Swiss chocolates. He banged his head against the glass door. So which one is an adjective here? Yes, glass. Okay. Then his lanky appearance made him the best in the basketball court. So which one will be the adjective here? Very good, lanky. And okay, now let us look at the summary of today's topic. So I hope all of you have understood whatever I have taught you all today. So let us look at these words: tall, fat, huge, tiny, small. So these are words describing physical appearance or size of something. Okay. Then kind, loving, mischievous. So these are nature of a person. Okay. Nice, new, good. So these are some words talking about quality of a person or a thing. Okay. So I hope all of you have understood whatever I have taught you all today. So we'll meet again in the next class with the later part of today's topic. So thank you and have a nice day.
afternoon, students. How are you all? You must be fine. I'm also fine. So, before I start, let me welcome you to this special tele-education session. So, do you remember what we have been discussing all these days? You do? Very good. So, all these days we've been discussing some grammar and vocab related topics, right? Then we discussed something related to writing as well. If you could remember, a few weeks back, we discussed something about paragraph writing as well, isn't that? Right? Now then, what for today? আজি কি করা যায়? Well, for today, I will be going back to grammar. Alright? And this time around, I'm going to discuss a topic which is pretty basic. Okay? And I hope you all know that. तुम्हाला पता है जाना था कि in fact you all know that only. What I'll be doing, I'll be revising or brushing up that topic a bit, because these are pretty basic thing and they help you improve your other grammar questions. এইটোৰ ওপৰত ডাইৰেক্টলি কুৱেশ্যন নহ'ব পাৰে, বাট এইটোৰ প্ৰপাৰ নলেজে তোমালোকক বাকী গ্ৰামাৰ কনচেপ্টবিলাক বুজোতে কিছু সহায় কৰে, right? So that you'll understand that when you will get the higher classes and all. Okay? So without wasting any more time, let's begin our today's session. Right? All set? Here we go then. This is going to be an English language skills class. So what do you have in store? Ah, there's a boy who's walking along the road. So the boy who was walking is Thomas, and the other guy is Abbas. So what are they doing? They're shaking hands. So let's see what they're up to. Good morning, Thomas. Welcome to my home. So Thomas walked to Abbas' home, where Abbas greeted him and welcomed him to his home. Good morning. Thank you. How are you? How are you? So he is saying what? He is saying, okay, how are you? And then he welcomed him, right? So he thanked him and asking, how is him? So let's see. I'm fine, thank you. How are you? So now what is happening? He says he's fine and he's asking him, how is he? So Thomas replies, I'm fine too. Shall I get you a hot cup of coffee? Now, since Thomas is the guest, so Abbas offered him a cup of coffee. It's welcome on a cold morning. So Thomas says, Ratipa, Thanda Ratipa, a hot cup of coffee is always welcome. So it's welcome on a cold morning. So Abbas brought the coffee and he's saying, here you are. Would you like to have some more milk? A little, please. That's enough. I haven't added any sugar. Will 2 spoonful be enough? He's saying he hasn't added any sugar to the coffee, so will 2 spoonful be enough? Just one. That's okay. Thank you. So, Thomas is a bit health conscious, so he's not willing to take more sugar. He says one is enough. Right? Then why are we discussing all this? Abbas and Thomas are two friends. They are having coffee together. How much of sugar they will add. What are we going to get through this? Why are we reading this? Well, there is a special reason for that. What's that? We'll find out now. But before that, let's have a look at the conversation. There is something in store for us here. So what is the conversation like? Abbas says, good morning, Thomas. Welcome to my home. Thomas replies, good morning. Thank you. How are you? Abbas replies, I'm fine. Thank you. How are you? Thomas replies, I'm fine too. Then Abbas says, shall I get you a hot cup of coffee? To which Thomas replies, it's welcome on a cold morning. Then Abbas brings the coffee and says, here you are. Would you like to have some more milk? Thomas says, little please, that's enough. Then Abbas asks him, would he love 2 spoons of sugars? Thomas says, just one, that's okay, thank you. Now what is in it? Yet ki ase amar karne? Here we have some special words. What's that? Home, morning, hot cup of coffee, milk, sugar, spoonful, right? So the first word was morning, home, coffee, sugar, spoonful, milk. So, what are these? These are naming words, isn't that? So, you all know what is naming words are called. Naming words are what? Noun. We all know that. But are we talking about noun as naming words? Well, no. You all have learned that earlier, right? So, we are learning a different aspect of nouns today. What's that? Let's see. So, what's that? It was a cup of coffee. Then we saw what? A spoonful of sugar and then a glass of milk. এতিয়া মোক এটা বস্তু কোৱা, in all these words, coffee, can we count? In a cup of coffee, how many coffees are there? In a spoonful of sugar, is it possible to tell how many sugars are there? In a glass of milk, can we count that? No, these are called what? Uncountable nouns. So things that we cannot count are what? Uncountable nouns. Now what is that? We will discuss that after this little question. So are we all ready? Here's a question coming your way. So get yourself ready for that one. To answer this, I'm going to give you 40 seconds and your time starts now. Okay then, it's time up. So now what are we supposed to do? We have to find out the answer for this question, right? So it's time up. So choose the noun from the options given below. Playing, to, now and morning. And the right answer is, you all have got it right. It's option B, right? Now moving ahead, we straight away jumped into a shop where person is asking, can I have some paper please? Can I have some paper please? Yes, how many do you want? The shopkeeper says, how many do you want? I would like 5 sheets of paper. 5 sheets of paper. Can I have some paper, please? How many do you want? I would like 5 sheets of paper. Right? Paper. 5 sheets. How many? 5 sheets. Right? So this is what we can count now. How many? 5 sheets. So that's a countable noun. আগতে আমি কি পাইছিলো? Uncountable noun. Then we saw what? Countable nouns. Now what are we seeing here? An elephant can carry a lot of wood. How much it can carry at a time? Around 10 logs of wood at a time. How many? An elephant carry a lot of wood. How much it can carry at a time? Around 10 logs of wood at a time. How many logs? Woods. A log of woods. How many? 10. Right? So countable noun. That again is a countable noun. Right? Since we counted na, dosta log, dosta tukura. So that's a countable noun. I would like to have bread and butter for breakfast. Now the boy is telling his mom that he would like to have bread and butter for breakfast. Please give me 3 slices of bread. Now he's telling his mother, Ma, give me, please give me 3 slices of bread. Take the slice from the loaf on the table. So the mother is asking him to take the slice from the table. I will now look at this sentence. I would like to have bread and butter for breakfast. Ma, please give me 3 slices of bread. Take the slices from the loaf on the table. Okay, so loaf, a slice of bread, loaf of bread. How many slices? This 3 slices. So it's what? It's a countable noun. Then, can I have some water, please? The boy is asking, can I have some water, please? Can I get you a glass of water? Yes, please. So now what is happening here? Can I get you a glass of water? Yes, please. Water. Now, can you count water? We cannot, right? A glass of water is what? It's an uncountable noun. And see, water is uncountable, but the glass is countable. Now, this is one of the rare scenarios where water is uncountable, but a glass of water, one glass, two glass, three glass, that way it's countable. Right? Now, look at this one. How much sugar do you take in your coffee? I take one spoonful of sugar. There is no sugar at home. I need to buy 2 kilograms of sugar. So, how much sugar do you take in your coffee? I take one spoonful of sugar. There is no sugar at home. I need to buy 2 kilograms of sugar. Now, look at the scene here. Sugar, a kilogram of sugar, right? So, uncountable noun. Sugar is uncountable noun, but when you say count, a kilogram of sugar, a spoonful of sugar, that becomes what? A countable noun. Now, look at this. So here's a conversation going on. So the boy is saying, Dad, I need some money to pay my fees. So boy is asking, Dad, I need some money to pay my fees. How much do you want, Rahul? So the father is asking, how much do you want, Rahul? So Rahul replies, please give me rupees 200. So in this one, what can we learn here? That I need some money to pay my fees. How much do you want? Please give me rupees 200. So money is countable noun, right? But there is a thing. Money is basically uncountable. When you talk about rupee, that is countable. Okay. So now there is one more question coming your way. So let's answer this first. To answer this again, I'm going to give you 40 seconds and your time starts now. All right then, it's time up. Would you like to have dash of milk? So the right answer would be what? Yes, you all have got it right. It cannot be a milk, one milk or many milk, right? It has to be a glass of milk, right? Now, there is a gentleman who's at the dining table. Read the paragraph and answer the questions. So what are the questions? We have to find out the countables and uncountable nouns, right? Hotel and restaurants came into being. Hotels is what? Countable. Restaurants again is countable. Right? The food served was tasty and people began to eat and drink. So in this one, food is what? Uncountable. People is what? Countable. Then came the TV. TV is what? Countable. It provided them with enjoyment. So enjoyment is what? Is something we cannot count. Is it more 5% enjoyment? We say 10%. So we cannot say that, na? They forgot games, physical exercises, and yoga. So games is what? How many games do you know? How many games you want to play? So it's countable, right? Then diseases carrying germs and viruses have made the human body their home. Diseases is what? Disease is uncountable. Then germs is uncountable. Virus again is uncountable, right? Then home is again uncountable. This has made doctors rich and happy, and man has become sick, weak, and unhappy. Now, what happens here? Doctors is countable, man is countable, right? So, we got that one. Now, here is another question coming our way. Let's see what do you have in store for this one. So, are we all ready? Here we go then. To answer this question, I'm going to give you 40 seconds now. So, let's start. Are we all ready? Here we go then. Okay then, it's time up. Now you have to tell me the right answer. Choose the uncountable noun from the options given below. So which one? Very good. You know TV, how many TVs we have, we can count. Games also we can count, hotels also we can count, but we cannot count germs. So answer is option A. Right? Moving on. This is hotel, this is a hotel, right? Then hotels, these are hotels. Look at this one now. This is a restaurant. This is a restaurant. These are restaurants. So we can say these are restaurants. Then this is a brush. This is a brush. Then brushes. These are brushes. So then tooth, and that is teeth. I brush my teeth twice a day. A tooth of mine fell off yesterday. Right? So what can we see here? We are seeing the countable and uncountable parts and singular plurals also. This is deer. A deer is grazing. Then deer, deers are grazing. Right? Man, a man is standing at the gate. Then what can we see? We can see men now. So what can we say? All men like sports. This is foot. I hurt my left foot while playing yesterday. And this is what? Feet. Wash your feet before you enter the houses. So this is what? A pair of scissors. Could you lend me a pair of scissors? Then a pair of trousers. Then physics is what? I find physics very interesting. So these were what? Some examples of singular and plural nouns that we will discuss. But before that, here is a question coming your way. So again, to answer this, I'll give you 40 seconds and your time starts now. All right. So now choose the correct sentence from the ones given below. Answer is option. Very good. Is it A? No. This is option C. Okay. So answer is option C. Now complete the sentence with correct plural form of the words. So there are dash child playing in the park. It should be what? Child's plural form is children, right? Then the two dash man work in a bank. Plural form of men would be what? Men, right? Then the farmer bought a cat to catch the what? Mouse would be mice. Rani has five dash sheep to graze. Sheep will remain sheep only, right? So there is one more question now. Let's do it quickly. To answer this, I'm giving you, let's say this is an easy one, so I'll give you 20 seconds and your time starts now. Okay, so it should be what? we need the plural version, so it should be option D. Right? Now here's an assignment for you. Classify the following words under countable and uncountable nouns. So you have to find out children, milk, tea, butter, windows, right? So if we summarize, we learned about what? Countable nouns, that is paper, wood, hotel, brush, restaurant, etc. Uncountable noun would be what? Milk, water, hair, sugar, stars, etc. Right? So with that, we come to the conclusion of today's session. We'll see you again with a different topic. Till then, keep reading. Thank you.